Hey everyone, Fury here. Welcome to the first side quest. This series will be for shorter palette cleanser style builds. Most of the time it'll be an out of the box build with maybe one or two little additions. A just for fun type build because the kit has a cool gimmick or something that I think is worth seeing. Which brings us to this, the Mammoth from Bandai's Exploring Lab Nature line. These are an interesting set of kits built around the idea of education with one main gimmick to make it fun. In this case, the Mammoth changes colour when put in a freezer, which I'm not sure real Mammoths did, but it is cool. Despite the box saying that this kit is for ages 6 and up, the kit itself doesn't really back that up. First of all, as you can see here, it requires tools to get the parts off the runner, which is a thing Bandai sold for kid-focused kits long ago, with the likes of the Pokemon kits where the parts practically fall off the runner. The build itself also has a couple of pain points that would definitely require an adult, but I'm sure the idea here is that you build along with them. One of the fun educational parts of this kit is that with a couple of careful cuts, the manual turns into a booklet all about the woolly mammoth, and it includes both English and Japanese text. Back to the build, I do like that you get to put together the whole skeleton before later adding the woolly parts. Though once you put on the wool, you can't see any of this skeleton, so apart from being required to attach the head, it is a little pointless. The wool has a pretty low part count, but that does result in this fun midway point where the skeleton is wearing fur boots. This is where the pain point I mentioned earlier pops up. The main body is a simple clamshell style, but lining up the skeleton within it is not shown in the manual very well, and it can be a little fidgety. Bandai could have made this a lot better, especially if they expect kids to be doing it. The head wool has more pieces than the rest of the kit combined, but again the manual is a bit of a fail here. But once you finally get it together and pop the head on, you get this. Now of course mammoths were not ghostly white. This is where the freezer gimmick comes in. Pop this guy in the freezer for 5 minutes and you end up with this. I'm sure this is a limitation of the tech, but it would have been much cooler if at normal temperatures it was a regular mammoth brown, and when you put it in the freezer it made it white like it was frozen or something. But it's still fun to watch it slowly turn white again as it warms up. Rather than have a ghostly white mammoth on my shelf, I decided to give it a bit of detail. Firstly with a sepia wash and then painting in the nails and eyes with a black. Gives the whole thing a nice mammoth brown look and makes the woolly texture pop even more too, which gives it a bit more shelf presence. And once thrown in the freezer again it only gets better with a deeper, darker brown. And that's the end of this side quest. Overall, I could really see this being a fun arvo with the kids, building the skeleton, adding the wool and then getting to watch it magically change colours. Not bad for 1500 yen. See you in the next one.